On behalf of the WIAA, welcome to the 2023 WIAA Girls State
W7 Live. Welcome back.
Features the 24 and 4.
If our next 6 games today are like the first one, we're going to have a fun day at Goodman Diamond on the campus of the University of Wisconsin-Madison. Today's second game features another D1 quarterfinal. This one between Oshkosh West, 25 and 4, and Sun Prairie East, 24 and 4. We're going to jump right into today's starting lineups. First of all, for Sun Prairie East, from the Big 8 Conference, leading off the shortstop, Stella Ewald. Hitting second in center field is Carly Gross. Hitting third is the pitcher. Her name's Taylor Baker. We call her T-Bakes. In the cleanup spot is the catcher, Vanessa Veith. Hitting fifth at first base, Kaylee Friedland. Hitting sixth at second base, Abigail Packard. Hitting seventh in left field, Kenzie Longley. Hitting eighth, right field, Cassie Coffey. And hitting ninth, third base, Grace Kramschuster. For Sun Prairie East, Ewald, Gross, Baker, Veith, Friedland, Packard, Longley, Coffey, Kramschuster. On the circle for Sun Prairie, Taylor Baker. For Oshkosh West, leading off at third base, Chloe Tritt. Hitting second is the catcher, Lena Hammond. Hitting third is the shortstop, Braylee Jodarski. Hitting fourth in right field is Kat Bergen. In the 5 spot is the pitcher, Brianna Bougie. Hitting sixth in left field is Cadence Saladin. In the 7th spot at first base, Emmy Reichenberger. Hitting 8th, the designated player, Elena Sadowska. And hitting 9th in center field is Colleen Fitzpatrick. The flex at second base is Savannah Swanky. For Oshkosh West, Tritt, Hammond, Jodarski, Bergen, Bougie, Saladin, Reichenberger, Sadowska, Fitzpatrick, with Swanky as the flex. There are your starting lineups. We're coming back. Get this thing underway. You're listening to W7 coverage of the WIAA 2023 State Softball Tournament presented by Jolly Good Soda. We're coming back. You're listening live.
Jolly Good Soda. We put the pop in Wisconsin.
W7 Live, ready to go. Sun Prairie East, the number 6 seed is the home team. Oshkosh West, the number 6 seed, or the number 3 seed. Oshkosh West is the 3, Sun Prairie East is the 6. Sun Prairie East is the home team. Oshkosh West is the visiting team by virtue of the coin flip.
For Sun Prairie, the shortstop, number 4.
Umpires today, behind home plate is Tammy Hutchinson. First base is Jack Fleming, and third base is Chet Markham. We are ready for softball. The 24-4 Sun Prairie East Cardinals and the 25-4 Oshkosh West Wildcats.
The audio from the WIA is getting even better as we go on.
Leveling up every game. First pitch from Bougie is a ball. 1 ball and no strikes on Stella Ewald. Now ball 2. Division I quarterfinal. Second of 4 D1 quarterfinals today. Brianna Bougie on the circle, 11-3 with a 1.23 ERA. 85 2/3, 15 earned runs, and 93 strikeouts. And so far, 3 balls and no strikes on Stella Ewald, coming in hitting .338, 25 hits and 74 at bats. Be sure to put in your comments where you're watching, or where you're listening, I should say, and who you're listening to. We're playing the license plate game this weekend. See how many states we can get tuning in from around the country. Let us know if you're not watching from Wisconsin. Let us know if you're watching from Wisconsin. Let us know what county. We're covering the counties too. So we got to have some fun while we're at it. 3 balls, 2 strikes on Stella Ewald. Bougie on the rubber, gets the sign, gives it a spin, and here's the payoff. Swung on and hit down the line at third, foul. So 3-2 on Ewald. Stella leads the team in walks, 19 walks on the season, so comfortable taking a pitch. And there it is, ball 4. So Stella Ewald continues today's trend so far of the leadoff hitter in every inning getting on base. Superior won the opener, the first quarterfinal, with a 6-5 win over Menominee Falls. We did an interview with Emma Ray following the game from the catcher from Superior. Heading down to second on a stolen base is Ewald. So Ewald steals second on the first pitch to Carly Gross. It's 0-1 to Gross, with Stella Ewald now at second. 5th stolen base on the year for Ewald, 5 of 6. No balls, 1 strike on Carly Gross. The slapper swing and a miss. She's a lefty, no balls, 2 strikes. Gross coming in hitting .352, 29 hits in 80 official at-bats, 12 RBI and 25 runs scored. Swung on, hit to third, throw to first, save! It was a soft roller down the line to third base, and everybody's safe. Ewald moves on to third.
Baker.
And Carly Gross is on. Tritt charged on it from third. Made a good throw, but it was about a half a second late. And now first and third with nobody out. And here's Taylor Baker trying for second and in there. Throw cut off by the shortstop, Jodarski, and now second and third with nobody out.
So early pressure here from Sun Prairie. Speed on the bases.
Jamie Olson, the head coach for Sun Prairie East. UW Whitewater and Grand Canyon 2001 graduate. 244 and 55 in 12 years of coaching. Her dad is the head girls basketball coach at Sun Prairie East. No balls, 2 strikes, and no out on T-Bakes. Outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. I believe, Connor, I think, and maybe you can check this, I believe Baker is going to South Dakota State for softball, if I remember right. 1-2 on Baker, swung on, popped into left field. That's a base hit. 1 run in. Runner from third was going to hold. Throw goes over the head of the catcher, but recovered by Lena Hammond, but not after a RBI single from Taylor Baker, and she advances to second on the throw. It was a wild throw from left field. It probably went about 20 feet over Lena Hammond's head and bounced against the fence. Fortunately, it bounced right to Hammond, and the runner at third, Gross, had to stay where she was. So second and third, 1 run in. Bunt down the line at first is foul. This is Vanessa Veith. Maybe Veith, maybe. No balls, 1 strike, and nobody out. Second and third. Baker on second, Gross on third. Vanessa steps back in. Here's the 0-1 from Bougie. It's a strike from Tammy Hutchinson behind the plate. 0-2.
I believe she's the only female official here this year at the tournament.
No balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And Hammond tags the runner, or the hitter, and that is the first out. So 1 out, second and third.
First baseman number 10, Kaylee Friedland.
Now here's Kaylee Friedland. 273 on the year. First pitch attempting a bunt and offered 0-1. 21 hits and 77 at bats, 22 RBI and 17 runs scored. The .390 slugging percentage. It's 1-0 Sun Prairie East in the top of the first. Second and third with just 1 out. Bougie ready, swung on, hit to second. A run's gonna score. Flip to first in time. Swanky to Reichenberger, but a run scores, an RBI ground out for Friedland, and it's now 2-0 Sun Prairie East.
Second baseman number 9, Abigail Packard.
And now Abigail Packard. Coach Olson is going to ask for a courtesy runner at third for Gross.
It's a great job there by Swanky, just getting the out at this point in time, giving up the run, making sure you get 2 outs. So often you see kids try to come home, cut down that lead runner, and then all of a sudden there's a 5 or 6 spot up there on the board.
2-0 Sun Prairie East. Runner at third and 2 out for Abigail Packard. Packard hitting .323, 30 hits and 93 at bats, 20 RBI and 20 runs scored. .419 slugging percentage for Packard. First pitch ball, 1 ball and no strikes. Bougie hits it to short, bobbled and overthrown to first. A run scores and Packard goes to second. Jodarski had it, bobbled it, and threw wildly to first, and that's going to be an error on Braylee Jodarski, the all-FVA shortstop. And just like that, 3-0 Sun Prairie East. Connor, you called it in our pregame special on Sunday night that West may be a little tight coming in, and so far I think we're seeing that. 3 runs, 2 hits, no errors here in the first for Sun Prairie East. And here is Kenzie Longley. Swing and a miss. No balls and 1 strike on Longley. Ken's hitting .297, 19 hits and 64 at bats, 5 RBI and 9 runs scored. The .328 slugging percentage. And quickly it's no balls and 2 strikes on Longley. The 0-2 just missed. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
So often it's just surviving the first inning and getting settled in. You know, I mean, if you can survive that first inning, keep it close, settle in, good things can happen.
Swung on and hit to left field and caught. Cadence Saladin on the play in left. Not before Sun Prairie East strikes for 3 at the top of the first. 3 runs, 2 hits. There were 2 errors, and there was a runner left. Half an inning in, Sun Prairie 3, Oshkosh West coming up.
Jolly Good Soda. We put the pop in Wisconsin.
Yep.
The third baseman, number 8.
Bottom of the first, 3 runs. Top of the first for Sun Prairie East. Courtesy runner in that last inning was Ella Ireland, by the way, the pinch runner. So Ireland scored as part of that first inning for Sun Prairie East. It's 3-0 East. In the bottom of the first will be Chloe Tritt, Lena Hemmen, and Braylee Jodarski for Oshkosh West. Popped up in the infield, calling for it, and making the play is Kaylee Freidenland, and that is the first out as Chloe Tritt is retired. 1 up, 1 down in the first.
Checking some comments here. Tiffany Arthur checking in, cheering on Hammond and Tritz.
Hey, big thanks to Tiff and Casey Navarro for their support of W7. Made a donation to help us cover the expenses with live streaming the games today. Appreciate that. If you'd like to make a donation, we'd love it. Go to productionsw7.com and just click the donate button. Doesn't have to be a big amount. Anything is appreciated. We had about $2,000 in fees for live streaming these games. I said we're going to do it no matter what. But we got a pretty good-sized gap, which I'm okay with. But if you want to make a donation to support what we're doing, we'd love it. Productionsw7.com and click on the donate button. 3 pitches, 3 strikes, and Lena Hammond is retired on strikes. And there are 2 up, 2 down for Oshkosh West in the first.
On number 10, Braylee Jodarski.
Now here's Braylee Jodarski. Jodarski hitting .411. First pitch is foul. I don't know. I think Baker pitched. I don't think Hutchinson was ready behind the plate. Anyway, regardless, popped up, foul side of first base. Friedland has a busy inning, and that retires the side. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. We played 1. Sun Prairie East 3, Oshkosh West nothing.
It's Sun Prairie East 3.
Why are interscholastic sports called the last classroom of the day? Because they teach students important life lessons like teamwork, accountability, and perseverance. School sports are so much more than a game. They're about developing the whole person. That's why they're an essential part of every student's education.
Encourage your student to participate in the last classroom of the day. Interscholastic sports in Wisconsin. This message presented by the WIAA and the Wisconsin Athletic Directors Association.
shade. All right, ready?
Yep. Top of the second. Sun Prairie East struck for 3 in the first. They lead 3-0. Cassie Coffey to lead off for the Cardinals. Hit hard to short. Jodarski's got it. Flip to first in time to Reichenberger. 1 up, 1 down. Nice play by Bray at shortstop.
Third baseman number 14, Grace Kramschuster.
Now here's Grace Kranchuster. Grace hitting .379, 25 hits and 66 at bats. Not bad when you're number 9 here, hitting .379. 21 runs, 14 RBI. First pitch, hit to third. Tritz got it, flipped to first. 2 up, 2 down in the second.
It's that leadoff batter approach in the 9th spot.
Yep, we talked about that in our first game. Superior knocking off Menominee Falls 6-5. Thanks in big part to a huge play by Emma Ray behind the plate in the 7th. First pitch to Stella Ewalt, the leadoff hitter, is a ball, 1-0. Ewalt walked and scored her first time up. There was nobody out. Falls at a runner at first. They pinch hit for Gabby Solera with Sam Goss, who popped up a third pitch, or 0-2 strike on a bunt that was caught by Emma Ray right behind home plate. She dove to make the catch, got up, and snapped throw down to first and doubled off Alyssa Brittman. And just like that, there were 2 outs. Next batter popped out or flied out to right field, and that was the ball game. Superior wins at 6-5. They'll play the winner of this game. It's 2-0 on Ewalt, now 3-0. So Stella looking for her second walk of the day. 3 balls, no strikes. Ewalt hitting .338 coming into today. 25 hits on 74 at bats. Bougie is ready, and here's the 3-0, and ball 4. And Stella Ewalt is on with her second walk of the day, so runner on first with 2 outs. And here's Carly Gross. Gross 1 for 1 with a run scored. First pitch comebacker. Bougie flips it over to first, and that retires the side. No runs, no hits, no errors, and no 1 runner left. We've played 1.5. Your score remains Sun Prairie East 3, Oshkosh West nothing. You're listening to W7 Radio.
The 2023 WBCA Girls Basketball All-Star Games are on W7 on June 28th. 5 games in one day with the class of 2023 All-Stars from all over the state of Wisconsin. Watch all the games 100% live and 100% free on YouTube and Facebook. W7 is for the girls.
Bottom of the second, 3-0 Sun Prairie East. Kat Bergen, Brianna Bougie, and Caden Saladin will be your hitters in the second for Oshkosh West. 1 ball, 1 strike.
It's like a home game here for Sun Prairie East.
A lot of red, a lot of Cardinal red on the first base side.
Even on the scoreboard, they pop up east-west. Of course, obviously the split happening this year.
Yeah, right.
It's just like, hey, here we go again.
The Oshkosh West fans, a mix of blue and pink, a lot of pink shirts for the state tournament. Qualification for Oshkosh West, swing and a miss. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Kat Bergen. Bergen hitting .404. on the year, 25 runs and 28 RBI. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And Kat Bergen is retired on strikes. One up, one down. Now Brianna Bougie. I tell you what, any team that's got a Bougie and a Swanky, you gotta love that team. Got a chance to see this Oshkosh West team in April when they played a doubleheader at Beaver Dam. They took both games in that doubleheader. Bougie was the winning pitcher and player of the game in game 1.
I want to know what those bus rides are like. I mean,
oh my gosh, right?
Can you imagine? Oh, poor bus driver pulling up. I mean, man.
Swung on and hit down the line at first and foul. No balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that's the second strikeout of the inning.
Kim Buskey checking in, cheering on T-Bake. She's having herself one heck of a mid-morning in the circle.
So yeah, I think Baker's going to South Dakota State, especially if Kim Buskey's checking in, because that's where Mia's going, and I saw Mia this morning. Mia from West Bend West and Alex Johnson from Watertown were working their way in here early this morning. Saladin at the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike on Cadence. Baker ready, and that one's outside. 2-1 on Cadence Saladin. This one is popped up on the foul side of first and out of play.
Dan Kelly checking in as well.
Hey, Dan. Thanks
Taylor and Grace sending a shout out. Jody Fisher sending a shout out to Kenzie and the rest of the Sun Prairie Cardinals.
2-2, swing and a miss, and T-Bakes strikes out the side.
No runs, no hits, no errors.
2 innings in the books. It's 3-0 in favor of Sun Prairie East. You're listening to W7 Radio.
W7 coverage of the 2023 WIAA State Softball Tournament is presented by Jolly Good Soda. We put the pop in Wisconsin. Visit jollygoodssoda.com to find it in your area. And by The Distillery, with locations in Richfield and Grafton. The Distillery has a full food menu including homemade pizzas and a Friday fish fry. Visit www.distillerywi.com and follow us on Facebook and Instagram.
Go.
Top of the third, Sun Prairie East leading 3-0. 3 runs, 2 hits, no errors for East. No runs, no hits, and 2 errors for Oshkosh West. Sun Prairie East got all 3 in the top of the first. Taylor Baker to lead off the third for Sun Prairie East. T-Bakes, Vanessa Veith, and Kaylee Freidenland. 3, 4, and 5 hitters in the third for Sun Prairie East. Baker, comebacker to the circle. Bougie's got it. Flipped to Reichenberger at first. 1 up, 1 down in the third as Taylor Baker is retired. 0-1, or 1 out. Now here's Vanessa Veith. Game 2 of 7 today. Game 2 of 19 overall. On W7 as the entire 2023 WIAA State Softball Tournament is streamed live on W7. No one else in the state is doing all 19 games. We're the only ones. 3-0 in the bottom of the third. A little technical issue. Connor working on that, but we are back live. The only thing you missed was Friedenland grounding out to second base to end the inning in the third for Sun Prairie East. So 1 ball, 1 strike on Reichenberger, and now it's swing and a miss, 1-2 for Emmy Reichenberger coming in today, hitting at .292, 20 RBI and 6 runs scored, 2-2. Taylor Baker has been spot on so far for Sun Prairie East. 2 innings, no hits, no runs, no walks, and 4 strikeouts. Swung on and off, just a tip foul by Reichenberger, went off the mask of the catcher, Vanessa Veith. Count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out in the bottom of the third. Oshkosh West, blue jerseys, white pants, and the traditional blue and white stirrups, most of them with white cleats. Sun Prairie East, red jerseys with black trim, black pants, red socks. Swing and a miss, and Reichenberger is retired. So Emmy Reichenberger is down on strikes. That is the 5th strikeout for Taylor Baker.
Number 13,
West looking for their first hit of the day. Now here is Elena Sadowska. First pitch missed, 1 ball and no strikes. Colleen Fitzpatrick, the 9-hitter, due up next. Swung on, hit to second. Flip to first in time. Packer to Friedenland, and that's 2 up, 2 down in the third for the Wildcats. ERA of 0.812, 120 innings, 71 hits, 22 runs, only 14 of them earned, 22 walks, and 196 strikeouts. Here's Colleen Fitzpatrick. First pitch is a ball, 1-0 on Fitz. Our first game of the year with Sun.
Again.
Bottom of the fourth, Chloe Tritt retired on strikes. 1 out, nobody on, and here is Lena Hammond. Taylor Baker on the circle for Sun Prairie East has been on point so far. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Hammond. For Baker, 3 1/3, no hits, no walks, and 6 strikeouts. Swing and a miss. And now 7 strikeouts for Taylor Baker, and there are 2 outs and nobody on. And here's Braylee Jodarski. Try and break up this perfection for Baker so far through 3. We're now 2 outs in the fourth. Game's zipping along. We're going to get back on schedule at this rate, Connor. No balls, 1 strike on Jodarski. Swing and fouled back. It's 0-2. Outs, nobody on. 3 runs, 2 hits, no errors for Sun Prairie East. No runs, no hits, and 2 errors for Oshkosh West. Oshkosh West, the 3 seed. Sun Prairie East, the 6 seed. Jodarski 1-2 on Braley Jaworski with 2 outs in the 4th. 1-2 pitch. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs on Jaworski. Popped up.
No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left.
Stella Ewalt, and once again, the Wildcats go down 1-2-3. We've played 4. East 3, West nothing. You're listening to W7 Radio. Same thing.
Yeah. Really cutting in and out. The iPad.
Leading on at the top of the 5th for Sun Prairie, third baseman, number 14, Grace.
I just lost internet. Is this plugged in?
Yeah, it could be too hot.
Can't be. No. Mm-mm. All right.
We're back. 3 runs, 2 hits, no errors for Sun Prairie East. No runs, no hits, and 2 errors.
Top of the 5th. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody out in the top of the 5th. 3 runs, 2 hits, errors for Sun Prairie East. No runs, no hits, and 2 errors for Oshkosh West. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and nobody out. Here is the pitch from Bougie, high, 3-2. So full count on Cranschuster. Oshkosh West unable to get anything going offensively. Here's the game. Here's the payoff. Swung on, accidental hit right back to the circle. Bougie fires to Reichenberger for the out. 1 up, 1 down in the 4th for Sun Prairie.
Top of the order, the shortstop, number 4, Stella Ewell.
Or 5th, beg your pardon, I said the 4th, top of the 5th. 3-0, Sun Prairie East. Here's Stella Ewald, first pitch, foul, bunted foul. No balls, 1 strike, and 1 out. Now on Ewalt. No balls, 2 strikes, and 1 out on Stella Ewalt. Pop to short, Jaworski 1-hop it, throw to first to Reichenberger in time, and that retires the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. And that is the 2nd out. A little early on that, so there's 2 outs. They put that score up so fast. So 2 outs, and here's Carly Gross. First pitch hit the center, diving play, but couldn't make the catch in center field. And it's a single for Carly Gross. It was a dying quail hit off the end of the bat into straight center field.